What's going on, fam? This is a King LiKuiD show message, and I am your man, King LiKuiD. That's LiKuiD, the K for the king, not the Q for the queen. And on today's message, fam, I want to talk to y'all about Ed Buck and Divide and Conquer. Our topic for today is Ed Buck and Divide and Conquer. But before I get into the topic real quick, fam, I know it's been a little minute since I posted, probably been about 3 weeks. I am going to be posting. I have a lot more content, as y'all know. I'm in the process of getting ready for December 1st, when the first inaugural broadcast of the King LiKuiD show will be getting put out there. So y'all keep y'all ear to the street, keep your eyes peeled. We're in September now. But I know that the website, y'all been curious about it. It's coming. Don't worry. It's going to be there. And I got other things coming too. So this is a work in progress, fam. I'm working at 9 to 5. I'm putting out content, working on getting my radio show up and running, doing the things that a boss has to do to lay a foundation. So ultimately one day, as this show grows and I can grow it into a radio station, I can start employing black people again in radio media. So that's why I tell y'all, hey, support me on Patreon, $2 a month. That's it. Let's get into today's topic. So Ed Buck and Divide and Conquer. Fam, I have been, this last week or so, last few days, I've been paying attention to what's been going on with the whole Malik Yoba thing. And there's plenty of commentary about Malik Yoba, those who agree with Malik Yoba and disagree with Malik Yoba. But I was aggravated about the whole Malik Yoba thing. And this Ed Buck situation really brings to fruition and really makes manifest why I was aggravated with the whole Malik Yoba deal. Ed Buck was just busted. They just announced it today or either yesterday. I was reading in NPR, and yes, fam, I read NPR. It's important to read multiple different outlets, but they're talking about Ed Buck is busted for overdosing a third individual, killing that person, and now he's finally being tried. For those of y'all that don't know anything about Ed Buck is a big-time Democrat donor. He's given millions of dollars to the likes of the Obamas for their campaign, the Clintons for their campaigns, right? He's a huge donor for the Democrat Party, which ultimately represents the left wing of white imperialism, okay? The reason why Ed Buck is so relevant, family, is because he drives home the point of we can't be divided as a people, because when we're divided, we're going to be conquered. Ed Buck has a propensity, and you can go and Google Ed Buck. As a matter of fact, I've got links to find out about the article and some more information about Ed Buck in the description. So take a look in the description. You can find out some more information about Ed Buck. But Ed Buck is a serial murderer. He is a serial murderer of gay black men. He is under suspicion, and now they're taking him off to jail and going through the whole legal process for a third man. But you might as well say, as far as the legal system is concerned, he's overdosed 3 gay black men and killed them. That's what they're putting on the record. Remember, Ed Buck is a white man with a lot of money who gives money to the Democrats, like the Clintons and the Obamas and all other forms of people in politics and power. So the 3 dead black men are the only ones, the 3 dead ones are the only ones that we know about. How many more out there that we don't know about, that because Ed Buck is white with plenty of money and he's lining the pockets of the leftists, how many other gay black men may be dead that we don't know about? Now, some of y'all out there listening to this message, you may be thinking to yourself, good, I'm glad they did. They're a disgrace to the community. They're a disgrace to our men. They don't love black women. Stop. Just stop it. And the reason why I say stop it is because you're speaking from the standpoint of emotion. What emotion? The emotion that you need to protect your manhood. So when you see other black men who are not straight, a black man that's gay, right? You automatically assume that maybe he's interested in you. He's not, okay? this whole sexuality thing has been a huge distraction, because at the end of the day, fam, I just told you, Ed Buck has been identified as killing 3 black men. So what are we going to focus on? The fact that 3 black men are dead, or are we going to focus on the fact that they're gay? Because if we're going to do that, I say take a look at our enemy. When you look at the white imperialists, take a look at Milo Yiannopoulos, or Milo Snuffleupagus, as I refer to him. Milo Yiannopoulos is flamingly gay and a proponent. He is carrying the flag for white imperialism. He's marching right into the gates of hell, waving white imperialism. You see, family, you can have a white evangelical that disagrees with LGBT, homosexuality. It's a sin, it's against God. But isn't it ironic, family, that our enemy, while they may believe that, when it comes time to maintain white imperialism, which ultimately means their economic advantages granted to them by their ancestors due to the savagery and the barbarism that they set out in order to get above others, right? When it comes time to maintain that, somehow, some way, the differences don't seem to be as important now, does it? When it comes time to brutalize black people, somehow, some way, the differences go away. Family, let me ask y'all a question. If it was a group of us in a room, you're straight, you're gay, everybody's black, the police show up, okay? Before they try to start escalating the situation to make the excuse that I feared for my life, so I had to kill all of these black people, are they going to ask the question, which one of you blacks are gay and which one of you are straight? Before they start brutalizing, are they going to do that? Or are they going to ask the question, which one of you blacks is Islamic or Christian, before they start brutalizing us? Are they going to ask which one has money and who don't have money? No, they're going to break out that billy club. They're going to want to break out that taser. They're going to want to have their guns drawn, pointed at us with the finger on the trigger, and they don't care. All they see is one solitary group of black people. And now it's about, how can we get away with brutalizing them? Family, this Ed Buck situation should make it clear to us that while we may disagree internally with one another, we don't have time to divide ourselves, okay? I'll make another point. In the heterosexual black community, there are those that are against oral sex. And y'all know what I'm saying is right. There are some brothers out there, hey, I ain't going down on no sister, on no woman, just ain't happening, okay? And so there's disagreements about who should and who should not, and what's right and what's wrong as far as oral sex is concerned. But at the grand scheme of things, are we going to allow a sex act or what someone does in their bedroom cause that much of a division between the two of us, when we know that the people who have been dominating us want to exploit us and kill us all equally? And that's why I'm making this message, fam, because Ed Buck sends the message to all blacks that irregardless of whether or not you're straight or you're gay, they want to brutalize you the same. Because from the Democrat Party's perspective, the party that Ed Buck gave all that money to, the party that helped pass same-sex marriage, when it came time to speak out or stand up against a white man brutalizing and killing black men, you notice the left wing of white imperialism in America stayed church mouse quiet about Ed Buck. So that should really tell you where their head is when it comes to the LGBT agenda. The LGBT agenda is ultimately we're going to be proponents of LGBT when we're talking specifically about white LGBT people with money, or white LGBT. The others, y'all can just come along for the ride. But we get to brutalize you whenever we want, especially if you're black. How is that dynamic any different than what heterosexual black people deal with? And that's why I'm making this message, fam, because at the end of the day, we are all black people. and they want to be racist against all of us equally. If you are LGBT, the white LGBT community is just as racist as the white heterosexual community is when it comes to dealing with black people. They want to prop up and support white imperialism, whether they are gay or straight. So that's all I'm saying, family, is we don't have the time to be worrying about what somebody's doing in the bedroom. I'm going to leave y'all with this, and I'm going to finish this message on this last point. The reason why I am about having good music, good black music for us to listen to, talk about community issues and whatnot that are affecting our people, is because by 2050, it's been projected that black people in America are supposed to have zero wealth. Well, one of the ways I can think of to combat that is by having media resources available, having community radio available, where we're playing black music and we're celebrating what we create, but we're also talking about what's going on in our community, talking about items like this to say, hey, this whole LGBT thing is a distraction, one, and a weapon against our kids, number two, because frankly, when it comes down to it, in my humble opinion, children should not get sex education until they hit high school. High school is when, as children are maturing and becoming adults, that's when you teach them sex education, when they hit high school and they're going through the maturation process. We should not be doing sex education and all this other kind of stuff when kids are in elementary school. I don't think it's right to be teaching, LGBT history in elementary school, because now when you go down that route, you got to explain what homosexuality is. And now we start getting into sex teachings. We can do that in high school, and that's how I feel about it. I may get backlash on it, and that's okay. You ain't going to change my position. But I'm just ultimately stating, family, that we don't have time for distractions like this right here. What you do, who you love, who you marry, that's your business. The way I look at it is like this. Do you or do you not have a mentality of black economic empowerment? And I'll help you understand what I mean when I say black economic empowerment. When white people were here in this country, building the foundation by murdering our ancestors and enslaving them, the slave master many times, he preferred the black enslaved female. To this day, many white men, quiet as kept, they prefer the black woman. All right? Point I'm making. He'll sleep with a black woman all day long. He'll have biracial children, have black children with a black woman all day long. But he never, ever was about doing anything to economically empower black people as a group. That's what I mean when I say have the ideology of black economic empowerment. I don't care who you're sleeping with. I don't care about your religion. What I care about is, what are you doing as far as are you an entrepreneur? Are you about helping to build and make jobs for black people? Are you about helping to economically empower our community? How do we empower our community? We teach our children. We employ our own. We build our own businesses, and we secure our own community from infiltrators, because history shows us that whenever we do good economically, it's only a matter of time before there's invaders and infiltrators that come to destroy what we're building. So fam, I'm gonna leave you with that. We ain't got time for no more of these distractions. If you're straight, fine. If you're gay, fine. What you do in the bedroom, I can say with 100% certainty that what you do in the bedroom does not necessarily translate to the economic empowerment of black people as a group. That is an individual act. There's a group of people who engage in certain sex acts, and that's fine. But how the hell does that economically empower us as a people? How does you being whatever your sexuality empower us as a people? How does that take black people in America from the $3 trillion that we have as a group to $15 trillion that we can have in 10 or 15 or 20 years as a group. And that's all I'm ultimately stating. What are we doing to economically empower ourselves? Because if we're not economically empowered, family, you're going to have guys like Ed Buck picking us off left and right. And if you're of the mentality of, oh, they were gay, so it's okay and I don't care, you're sending a clear and present message to the white imperialists that it's okay to kill black men, okay? Because whatever the sexuality is, the white imperialist is testing us. And if they see, oh, well, I can go after gay black men, at the end of the day, I want to kill black men. That's ultimately what I want to do. I want to kill black men. So the gay black men on the soft targets, I can go after them. I know that their community is not going to stand up for them. So, hey, if I want to get my jollies off on killing black men, well, I'm going to go after the gay black men first. And while I'm killing the gay black men, I'll be strengthening myself so I can eventually take out the straight ones too. Think it over, fam. Can we afford to be divided? Now, I know this message was a little long, fam, but as y'all can see, I am definitely impassioned by this whole Ed Buck deal, this whole sexuality deal, because frankly, I don't see how it economically empowers us as a group of people. And if I'm wrong, somebody in the comment section, please leave a comment here on YouTube, or if you're seeing this on Twitter, show me how people's private sexuality, show me how people's private sex acts equals turning black people's current wealth amount of $3 trillion here in America. And oh yeah, by the way, white folks got about $125 trillion of wealth, okay? How do we take that $3 trillion, what we got, and turn it into 10 trillion, or 15 trillion, or 20 trillion? If I'm wrong, somebody please articulate that for me. Thanks for listening to this message. I am King Liquid. Family, make sure you look down in that description box. I got a link in there to my Twitter page, my Facebook page, my Patreon page. Sign up, support independent, intelligent, black-owned community radio. Sign up and support black media. Because without your support, fam, I can't continue to keep doing what I'm doing. So I need y'all's support. I need y'all tuned in, because the more outlets that we have as far as media is concerned, the more we can consistently combat the false narratives that are put out, especially about our people and the things that affect us as a community. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I am King Liquid.